Hi everybody, this is Harmony and welcome to my channel, Harmony Stitches. Here we talk about my crafting journey, which usually revolves around cross stitch, some crochet and knitting thrown in mix, sometimes too. This week I have some cross stitch and some crochet, but I did work on the crochet blanket and I think you all will be proud of me because I got it finished. I don't think I'll be able to show you the whole thing. I have just 4 ends to weave in now, but it is done. So last week I was working on the last gray stripe and it would have ended here. And I thought that I had enough and I was just 2 double crochet clusters short right here of finishing it. So I had a little bit more to do there, but it kind of blends in where you can't see it very well. I was on my last round of the double crochets and I'm like, I'm not going to make it with this green, with the green. So I ripped it all back out and I just did a single crochet edging and I actually think it looks better. So I just put a single crochet all the way around. And I really like the way that it turned out. It's not as big as I was hoping, but it is decent size. So I'm glad that's done. And I did contact the recipient and let her know it was done, but unfortunately she was in town yesterday. But that's okay because she's coming back to town next Saturday and it will be ready. So there's that. One more crochet project done for the year. I think that's 2 in this 6 months. Because I think I finished the crochet doll character, I believe, in January. And then I finished this. So that's 2. And last year from January to June, I only finished 1. So that's pretty darn good. So then last Sunday after I filmed my video, I had been stitching on the Super Mario World map. I set that aside because I worked on that for a solid week. I feel out of breath for some reason. I ran down the stairs and came back up. That's fine. I forgot the blanket downstairs. So I picked up this project. If you remember, I started this in February. I was going to send it as a thank you card for the interview for my new job. But then I decided against it. So I was about halfway done with it. So I just went ahead and finished it. So here's another finish. It took me just a couple of hours. We were watching some TV after dinner or before dinner even. I can't even remember. This is stitched on 20. This is 14 count. Sorry, 14 count white Aida. And I can't remember what color I used, but it is a dark teal, kind of on the green side. I think it's 579, but I could be completely wrong what floss I pulled out for that one. So that's going in my finish bin. Oh, and I finished this. Remember, I was almost finished with this last week. Yeah, so I got 2 finishes last Sunday. I had to finish the word pumpkins and Hayrides. This one is stitched on 28 count Monaco with the floss that was provided. And of course, the winner of the giveaway for that finishing pack will be revealed later on. So I did get 2 finishes last week. So I have them all in this project bag. So that way I can keep better track of them by the end of the year. Oh, Merry Christmas is over there. I put it in the wrong spot. Okay, so then after I did that, I picked up Pumpkin Carriage by Owl Forest Embroidery. And last time I had just this part of the carriage, the wheel, and that part done, a little bit of the border. So I finished the carriage completely, put in the stem and the pumpkin on the carriage, put the other wheel in, finished the chassis or the frame, and put in the other big leaf, finish the border down here. The only part of the border is the yellow pumpkins do not have their stems yet. And I felt that that was pretty good progress for 1 week's time. Yeah, That's a lot of stitching right there. So, and I think there was at least one day where I didn't get any stitching in. I can't remember why, but something was going on and I didn't have a chance to stitch. This one is stitched on 28 count Monaco that I coffee tea dyed a long time ago. And a long time, I've only been stitching for 2.5 years. So, gosh, August it will be 3. But I got it fairly quickly after I started stitching and coffee tea dyed it then. It's a super easy process. So, if anyone ever wants to know about that. So, it's DMC 741, 732 is the green, 900 is the orange, and $37.99, which I believe that they go so well together. All right, so that one is a possibility to have it finished in another week the next time that I pick this up. I'm making some great progress, and a lot of my projects are getting really close to being able to be completed in that week's time. So when I feel like getting the wheel back out, then if they come up on the wheel, they'll get done. Okay, so then this morning I picked up Prairie Schooler Stars and Stripes, and I have George Washington finished. And what I'm doing for these is my daughter wanted them as duos. So George Washington and Abraham Lincoln will be a duo. I have it in here, let's see. The eagle and the bell. The eagle and the bell will be stitched together on one piece. The ship and the whale will be on one piece. And then the two flags, the shield and the flag, will be on one piece. And what I mean by that is they will literally be stitched on one piece. So I'll have 4 little pieces like this that will go together in like a collage. So last time I worked on George Washington, finished him. And then I started on Abraham Lincoln's square, and I did all of this. The white and the brown is what I put in this morning before church or when I got home from church. I don't know. This morning is a blur already. So I'm going to continue stitching on Abraham Lincoln and see if I can get him done this week. If I can, I would like to move on to either the bell or the whale. And the reason is because there's more solid stitching at the spot where I would normally start my pieces. So that way I can get a whole lot of stitching done really quickly. So we'll see how that goes. See if I have time. Last time I was able to get Abraham Lincoln or George Washington done and then move on to Abraham Lincoln. So we'll see if I'm able to move on. Oh, this is being stitched on some kind of Monaco. It looks like Ivory because it has this yellow tint to it. So I think it's the Ivory. And then with the called for DMC, which is white, 420, 803, 815, and 898. So generally for Prairie Schoolers, I leave the colors alone. And usually I don't change the colors a lot because I do like the way that the designers have them. It's just more of the little tiny pieces, the smalls, that I change colors because I just pull from my stash. Okay, so the last thing that I have to show you is my Lady of the Flag. Last Sunday, I only needed 152 more stitches to meet the Traveling the USA Challenge. And before I came up here to film, I put in 93. I only need 59 more stitches to meet that challenge, and I think I'm going to leave it till next week because I want to work on that because I can get 59 in less than a half an hour. So I'm working on Lady of the Flag, and today I put in these stitches right here on the white piece, on the white stripe. So not very much noticeable progress this week because I literally worked right there, but it's 93 more stitches that's completed on this whole entire piece. So that's pretty fantastic. The only purchases that I made this week was an organizer, a stand-up organizer that has 12 cubes. I got it from Amazon. I will put in a picture of what it looks like. I saw one for sale on Marketplace and I missed out on it. But then when I hopped on Amazon, I noticed that it was actually less expensive for me to buy it brand new on Amazon versus buying it from someone on Marketplace. And the reason why I bought it is because I had all that yarn that was donated to me quite a few years ago because I was going to do a crochet or knit class. And that fell through. Well, I still had all of the yarn. And I said, okay, I need to organize this. And I was able to put all but, I have a 30-gallon, the really big black garbage bag full, like the 30-gallon bag. I have one of those full, but they're like the big chunky yarns that are in the really big balls. And I'm like, I'm not going to put them in there because they're going to take up the entire space. So those are still in the garbage bag. And then I have a moving box from Home Depot that has a whole bunch of odds and ends. There's like a whole bag of crochet thread in there and then some other things. I'm like, well, I'm not going to put that stuff in there. But I have, let's see, six of the 12 cubes full of the yarn that was donated. And then I took a whole bunch of all of the Red Heart yarn, Red Heart Super Saver. I took that to church because I promised a lady from church that crochets that she could have it. And so that has her name on it. And so I have 6 cubes full of this yarn. And my husband said, what are you going to do with that? I said, I'm going to give it away. As people say that they need things, I'm going to give it away. Because it's, I mean, I have more than 2 totes of my own stuff. And then I put some of it in the bottom bins on this organizer. So anyway, this room still has a long way to go, but I told my husband, I said, this room needed to get cleaned up, and that helped so much. Some of the other mess that I'm looking at, like that, what you guys can't see, is projects that are in the works that just need to be finished. They just need to be finished. And then this room is being reclaimed. Not reclaimed for anything besides what it has, but gosh, if we could at least walk in here, that would be great. So, okay. So the very last thing is and I forgot it downstairs because for some reason, I had to take the chart back down to finish up the project. But this, the giveaway from last week, it's this little one that I finished. This chart, this is the fabric that the designer wanted you to stitch it on, and it's just not my style. And then the finishing pieces, the leftover floss, which is plenty. This looks like it's a bit bigger. Well, maybe, I don't know what size this is. I would say 20 count, maybe. There's plenty of floss. I mean, there's probably enough floss for you to be able to stitch it 2, maybe 3 times, just depending on what fabric you use. If you like 1 strand, 2 strands, whatever. So you are going to get this fabric, the finishing pieces, the pattern, and all of the leftover floss. And there was 2 people that put in for that, and I did a random generator before I started, and Jody is the winner. So thank you so much for commenting and playing along. I'm super excited to send this off. So Jody, go ahead and comment below. Well, email me. I'll put my email in the description box. You go ahead and send me your address, and I'll pop this off in the mail. I do have to go to the post office sometime this week to get stamps for my daughter's graduation invites anyway. So this will be off in the mail to you as soon as you get me your address. Other than that, happy Easter, everyone. I hope that you found some inspiration to either pick up a project that needs some work or maybe to try something new. And until I see you again, have a great week. Bye.